Hi, I'm Joe. I just got started in drones. And anyway, today, a buddy of mine bought this Mavic Mini. Didn't get to use it right away. Let the warranty expire. Maybe he even bought it used. I'm not sure exactly what the story is. Anyway, he's had it for a while. I know that, and he hasn't bought it. Asked me to go and help him fly it. I went to go help him fly it, and when we started up, one of the back motors was not working. So we'll see if we can't replicate that right here, right now. Because there's no other place that I'd rather be. Anyway, this is the Mavic Mini. It's a little bit older, 1080p camera, older model. Much about this model. I think it's similar to a Holy Stone or Holly Stone, however you pronounce that, H-O-L-Y Stone drone that I had. It's just about the same size, and I'm pretty sure it has the exact same motors. I had issues with one of those motors as well. I chose just to buy a whole new drone and replace it. Yeah, that's what I did. Alright. So anyway, let's see if we can duplicate my problem. Get the cover off. Well, actually, yeah, I guess we'll just take the cover off. Why not? And like I say, I'm new to this. This is probably the second time I've ever worked on a drone, ever. But you know, I have electronics experience, so I'm not too concerned about it. I've been flying for about 3 months at this point. So, got my phone. Let's turn this stuff on and demonstrate the failure. So as you can see, this here is not rotating. Hey, DJI update. What do you know? It seems to always happen. So now we play the waiting game. Alright. So, initializing. Alright. Connection. We want to do Mini. So there we go. So account not logged in. We don't need to log into the account. So as you can see, motor doesn't start, and we get a motor doesn't start failure. No go. No go. No go. Alright, so we're going to try and fix that. Power everything off. So I've already demonstrated that it doesn't work. And I've already ordered the part from Ohio Drone. So let's verify that it looks and is the same part. I believe that it is. There's the QR code for Ohio Drone. Try to put that up there, help those folks out. I think they did pretty good, got it back quick. So first thing I want to do is I want to remove the battery. Alright. That seems to be the right thing. They match. Good job. I'm going to have to go get a soldering iron, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alright, let's see if we can get to this thing. So, I was a child taking a toy apart, which I often am. Start here. As mentioned before, this is my first time doing this. So some lessons learned: you do not have to remove the bottom plastics. So just skip right on ahead. Forget about taking the bottom plastics off. And there's basically 6 screws that you have to take out, plus the 2 on the arm. So 8 screws total. And you don't even mess with taking the bottom plastics off. Not good, that's screwed on. So two screws have been removed. Alright, so I've got those 2 screws out, and I've got that screw removed. So these front arms are going to have to come off. Alright, we need a magnifying glass. Let's use you. Not look like anything to me. Interesting. We'll see. very hard to turn. The rest of these are very easy to turn. That's the other thing that told me that this motor was bad. I can just figure out how to get in here and wire the thing. I know how to change. Just taking this thing apart is the challenge. Challenge. But we're stuck. Alright, so minor defeat. We're gonna see what we can't do about it. Not only am I having trouble getting the plastics apart, but this screw right there, that screw there, stripped. Ain't that? Alright, let's see what we can't do about it. So, I have a second screwdriver, see if we can get a hold of it. Nada, sir. We're gonna have to Dremel it out. Yeah, so a quick note on that. Dremeling in this case didn't really work. What happened was when I got off the Dremel, I found that it just slipped right off the screw head and went directly through the plastics. So yeah, Dremeling didn't work in this instance for me. Probably could have put a little more effort into it and made it work, but what I ended up having to do was essentially pry the plastics back, and then I was able to get a X-Acto knife or a razor knife down in there and cut the plastic of the screw that was stripped. And that's what I ended up doing. Not what I wanted to do, but it's what I had to do. So I'm not sure I got that captured on here very well. Again, at this point, I'm still taking the bottom plastics off. So I'm probably going to reiterate this information a little closer to the end. So bear with me.
Yeah, so as mentioned just a few minutes prior, yeah, the dremeling in this case didn't really work for me. The Dremel slid off and went through the side of the plastic almost immediately. And so I was, kind of afraid of hurting it further, so I chose to not Dremel anymore. And so putting the Dremel up, what I ended up having to do, and you'll see that here, was essentially pry the plastics open with the I didn't have plastic tools, so I used this small flathead screwdriver. Anyway, after I got all of the screws out except for the one that was stripped, I pried all the plastics open, and then I was able to pry that top off, or at least pry it up, and I was able to stick a razor knife down in there and just cut the plastic on that remaining screw that was stripped and would not come out. Also worth noting here, you see the heat sink laying there. I did not need to take that off. That was not required, so don't take yours off. Again, that was on the bottom. I didn't need to go into the bottom at all. That was my lesson learned, and I did it. I learned it. That lesson, so you didn't have to. All right, so as you see, that's me cutting the plastic on the inside of the screw, the remaining screw that would not come out because the head was stripped. So I used some pair of pliers there, kind of helped pry it open, and just kept working that knife. And I was finally able to free this top. Again, not the way you want to do it, but the way it got done.
So I'm back. Finally got the top off. Had some problems. Ended up having to cut it there because the screw was messed up. Oh, horrible situation. I don't really want to think about it. But alas, the top is off. How you doing up there? Alright. So it looks to me that if I take this other screw out and then possibly desolder the 3 wires, it'll all slide out. That's what I'm thinking might happen here. So let's try that. So a screw on the back here, I'm gonna try and take that out. One of these screwdrivers will work. There we go, that's a good one. Oh, look, daddy, alright. Alright, yeah, so I won't have to put this on pause and go get my soldering iron and desolder these 3 wires. Alright. I haven't soldered in a minute. But hopefully it's not too big of a deal. So as I was just telling this fella's over here, you know, I haven't soldered in a minute. But let's first solder. Let's mark down our wire colors here. So we've got a black wire and a white wire and a red wire all attached there. So we're gonna, now it even says white BR, WBR. That's lucky. WBR right there. So that's the time means, you know, help us out. Thank you. And in English, so thank you, Chinese. Green giant. Oh. Alright. So now, get our part from ODR Technologies, DJI Enterprises, Fly Ohio drone. Alright, let's take off the R. Ooh, right. Let's take the B off. Let's take the W off. It was all unsoldered. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. So okay. We got the arm off. We got the arm off. We got the arm off. Yeah. Here. Ordered that turn. It's shot. That motor's shot. It's shot, I say. I'll put a link down there to Ohio Drum because they were put the order in. It was there in like 20 hours from after I ordered it. Couldn't believe it. Alright, hopefully I can feed this puppy up through here. Need some tweezers to put this on. Lost some cameras, so I can't get you all the shots I plan to. This I need both hands for, so all I'm doing is feeding the wires through there using them yarn tweezers, as my father would say. Pulling it up. Had it through, then pulled it back out because I had my arm on backwards. Put your arm on backwards. Boom, baby. That worked. So much better. So much better. All right. Get out the magnifying glass, see which way to do this. Magnifying glass to double check. Meter is not very long. White, black, red. There you are, white wire. White wire. Wherever you go, red and black go, white wire, white wire. Wherever you go, black and red go. They don't attach in the same place because then you get a short. And it's never long, as Mr. Peter Michael used to always try and make the joke. How do you know it's not long? Because electricity doesn't take the long way around, it takes the short way around. Successfully soldered. Now I need black. I need black. Alright, allow me to look at my work. Oh, Joe, you used to do such pretty work this last years. It's secure. It's secure, it picks up the drum. It picks up the drum, it ain't going nowhere. Alright, turn off the hot stuff. Turn off the hot stuff so you don't burn yourself. Alright. So, I think what I'm going to do here is go ahead and secure this is probably the wrong way. I guarantee the DJI manual does not say it this way. I don't have a DJI all we're going to do is just put the battery in and do the little power on and see if this little, we're going to put the battery in, do the little power on, see if this little motor right here moves. Like with all the other four. As it should. Watch out for the hot stuff on the bottom. This motor right here to move. You want all four motors to move. I see it moving, I see it. They are all four clocking. I believe we have it fixed. Let's shut it off and then put it back together and see if it works. Now we're ready to put the thing back together. And to do that, we put the top back on. And since I don't have that, I think we're going to be alright. I think everything else is going to hold in place. If not, then I'll stick it off with a little piece of glue right there to do that. But I think on this side, oh, I can put these screws back in. I need to do that. Get ahead of yourself, Jack. Back it up. Buttercup. Alright. Let's do another power on check. So this is the motor that we just replaced. Power this puppy on. Oh, it's clocking just like the others, Alright, well, this is where this camera for you ends. I've got to go to the DJI app to get this party started right. Who else hates having to use your phone to do all this stuff? small drones. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to fly and do camera work. So, hopefully, you guys can see that drone. Son, we have success. Alright, so it's actually really windy out here today. It's not a good day to fly. I will put up what the weather conditions are. I did not look at this just because of me. Man, this little thing's pretty nifty. Goodbye.
Alright, yeah, so just doing a little test flight here. Wanted to make some notes that I didn't capture. Did a stability test toward the end here and didn't really comment on it. This thing, stability wise, did really well for this small drone, and the fact that it's 15 mile an hour steady winds and 30 mile an hour gusts, I was really blown away. I mentioned earlier that this is somewhat similar to a Holy Stone drone that I have, same size and package. This drone completely outperformed my Holy Stone. Both are pretty loud for their size. I think this one might be just a little bit quieter, just because my Holy Stone seems super loud, but I didn't really do a side-by-side comparison. Maybe I'll get that done here shortly. But nonetheless, I was really impressed with this drone for its size and package and being a little older model. The 1080p camera does fantastic. I mean, the comparison video here, you see that 1080p compared to what's supposed to be 4K from my Sony camera that I use, vlogging camera that I use. And I have to say, I'm not really happy with my Sony camera. First of all, don't buy one of those. Maybe that'll be another video. But the 1080p camera, the way this drone operated, I was really blown away with for its size and package. So again, just doing some test flying here, not really spotlighting any one thing. This is my first time flying this drone, and I really was just flying for fun and to see how maneuverable it was. So, I didn't really get good, steady, pretty shots with it or anything like that. That wasn't my goal. I replaced the motor, and I just wanted to make sure this thing's going to function like it's supposed to, and it absolutely did. No problems whatsoever. So I was really grateful for the opportunity to work on this. If you find yourself in a similar situation, don't hesitate to do it if you've got some skills. If you don't, you can reach out, contact me. Maybe we can work something out. I can fix it for you.
This thing's been pretty fun. We're flying it, and so right now we're just going to do a little stability test here. There's actually some winds. It's moving around a little bit. You see the flag standing straight out there in the background. Real glory. So for what it's worth, Dave. Ooh, almost took my head off, Dave. What it's worth, drone's fixed. I had a good time. Thank you all. Come back next time.